Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Spartan Stadium here in Boardman, Ohio for week number 5 of high school football in the state of Ohio. Tonight, a matchup of two teams with opposite records. The 3-1 Boardman Spartans host the Beavers of Painesville Riverside High School. Don Muscol along with Donnie Riccatelli here for week number 5. Donnie, you've watched the Spartans the last few weeks. I've been out of the booth and should have a good matchup here this evening.
Yeah, I would say, obviously Riverside's a little bit young this year, but they're still a really, really good opponent. I would look to see a very tough physical game so far this early on, which is crazy to say that this is week 5. It's September 20th, and after tonight, we're halfway through the season.
86 degrees on September 20th. We don't usually get that.
Can't complain.
Spartans receive the opening kickoff, returned out to the 25-yard line where they'll start 1st and 10. Zach Haas under center for the Spartans, coming off that 29-20 victory last week over Maple Heights. The Beavers come in at 1-3 last week, a hard-fought loss to the Falcons of Fitch High School, 17-3.
It's good to see Vincent Butto back out on the offense for the Spartans. He was sidelined last week with a concussion.
Spartans will keep it on the ground in that first play. Short gain out to the 27, bring up a 2nd and 8.
That run right there by Ryan Smith, who is up for Big Dog of the Valley this week on YSN for his amazing performance last week against Maple Heights. One of them was a 76-yard touchdown run, evading defenders the entire way.
Haas will keep it himself, rolls to the left, and nearly intercepted with a beat on that ball. Number 16 for Painesville, Colin Boris. Dangerous pass there by Zach Haas.
And not something typical of the Spartans to do is pass on 2nd down. They're usually, they assess the situation on 3rd down and decide whether they're going to go for it with the run or pass. But a little bit of a trickery, I should say, on 2nd down for the Spartans.
Zach Haas, the senior quarterback, his 2nd year at the helm here in Boardman, looks to the sidelines for the play. And I don't see a play clock.
Play clock's laying down, so they must be doing it from the field.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know one of them was having issues a couple weeks ago.
Haas will keep it himself, and he'll be brought down. I think he's going to be just short of the 35. It'll bring up a 4th and short, and we'll see what Coach Doda wants to do. Again, the picture's brought to you by the students and faculty of the Boardman Schools Television Network here in Boardman. 9 cameras bringing you the best of high school football here in Boardman. Again, we're glad you're with us on YSN, your sports network. And the Spartans are going to line up to go for it. Haas will be under center.
One of their big running backs, Keith Smith Jr., lined up behind. There's going to be a flag, though.
And it's going to be encroachment from the head linesman signaling that. We'll wait for referee Chuck Parker to give us the official word. But if that's the case, they'll turn that 4th and 1 into a 1st down.
I didn't see the movement. I was more focused on whether or not they were going to actually snap the ball.
Yeah, that was my thought exactly right there.
Riverside with some pretty sweet helmets right now.
Definitely catch the light.
Yeah.
And boy, is it getting darker earlier, that's for sure.
It is. We already have the lights on up in the booth. This isn't right.
Haas will give it to Smith.
A little bit of a miscommunication there in the backfield, causing Smith Jr. not to have any momentum.
No gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
One nice thing for the Spartans, they get 3 of their key players on offense and defense. Vincent Butto, Mason Naraki, and Landon Whippo back in the lineup this week after missing last week for injuries.
Mason Naraki's notable for winning the trivia last night at the boys' soccer game.
Oh, what was the question?
Let me think of which one that he won. Well, there were two questions last night. I don't recall which one he won. One was how many electoral college votes does Ohio get? And the answer is 17.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one was the oldest university in the state of Ohio is Ohio University down in Athens, founded in 1804. What's their mascot? I think he won the second one, the Bobcats.
Bobcats
mascot.
are easy.
Yeah, I think so. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for Boardman. First offensive drive, 6th play of the drive coming up.
Look for a waggle pass here by the Spartans.
Haas will roll to the right. And his pass is complete. Out to Vince Butto. He'll have enough for a first down over on the other sideline.
Vince Butto with a really nice concentration on the sidelines, keeping his feet in bounds. Nice catch, moves the sticks. I was letting everybody know last week when you were out of town, you were on PTO. Down at Ohio U visiting the family.
I was. Well, actually, Friday night, we didn't go down until Saturday. Friday night, I was at the Billy Joel Rod Stewart concert up at Huntington Bank Stadium now, as it's called.
Nice. I wish we all could be as cool as you.
Well, don't aspire to that. Butto, the ball carrier. Butto's got some running room, and he'll be dragged down to the 30-yard line on the tackle. Ethan Baker for Painesville, but not before Butto's down to the 30-yard line and moves the sticks again.
And early on, you see the shiftiness and elusiveness that Butto brings to the table, and Spartans are definitely glad to have him back this week. Just a junior.
Comes from a long line of Buttos.
Long line of Buttos. His younger brother Frankie might get some action tonight as well.
Haas back, rolls to the right, has room. Pass complete over the middle.
Landon Whippo, again, another player that missed last week for injury, making an impact right away.
14-yard gain, Haas to Whippo.
It's funny to see number 34 looking that big on the field.
So Zach Haas has come out pretty sharp. He's 2 or 3 on this drive. Just that first pass was incomplete. Now has moved into the red zone. And that didn't fool anybody. Ball carrier was Ray Von Handel. And he'll be brought down for a loss of about 5, bringing up a 2nd and 15.
Von Handel would be the 17th or the 7th running back that we've announced so far this year. Just didn't seem to hit that hole all that hard. You got to definitely in this wing T offense, you have to hit the hole hard because the blocking is going to be schematic, quick as they move on to the second level of the defense.
Haas will look to throw again, has some time, lofts it into the end zone, trying to complete that to Ryan Smith, but overthrows him down in the left corner of that end zone. It'll bring up a 3rd and long.
I think he had Smith open. I think if he would just have set his foot a little bit sooner, he would have got him.
3rd down for the Spartans. 6 minutes, 46 seconds left to play here in quarter number 1.
Spartans do have a freshman kicker from the soccer team, Salinas. He's pretty good.
Oswaldo Salinas. Smith in motion, give is to him, and not much running room. He'll be down to the 15-yard line. Gets back to penalty yardage, but it'll bring up 4th and 10. And we'll see if we see one of these Spartan kickers out to attempt a field goal.
Looks like it'd be a 32-yard attempt at this point.
And the offense stays on the field. Haas looks to throw, he's got some time, now under some pressure, scrambles out of it, lofts it into the end zone, and he was looking for Anthony Price, but pass is incomplete, and Painesville will take over on downs. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A decent drive there to start the game for the Spartans. Just ran out of momentum on 3rd and 4th down.
Yeah,
Actually, 2nd down with the loss.
Yeah, once they got the loss, and then they're behind the sticks, and after that it was playing catch-up. But, yeah, they moved the ball downfield, so Coach Doda's got to be happy about that.
Riverside with a sophomore quarterback, David Seibert.
In the shotgun. He'll keep it himself, has some running room up to the 20-yard line, gain of 5.
David Seibert on the run for Beavers. Brought down by number 50 from the Spartans there in the zone. Gain of 5 on the play, sets up 2nd down and 5 Beavers.
Looks to throw. Pass intended for Charlie Nalepka. Incomplete will bring up a 3rd and 5.
Got some big wide receivers for Riverside.
They'll spread the Spartan defense out 2 to both sides.
Atwood comes in, almost gets to the quarterback.
And under pressure, that pass is going to fall short. It'll bring up 4th and 5. And here comes the punt team for Painesville.
It'll be interesting to see who the running backs are in the second series for the Spartans. Marcus Rutledge on the return.
Quarterback is the punter.
2 weeks in a row, the quarterback was the punter.
Gets it off. Rutledge will let it bounce, and now he'll pick it up. And won't get anything. Nice coverage there by Painesville. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this from WFMJ News as the Spartans get ready to take on their second offensive drive of the game. Second offensive drive for the Spartans. Take over from the 41. Rutledge, the ball carrier, who get up to the 45 before being taken down by a host of Beavers.
So you have, on this series, you have Rutledge and Atwood. And Butto, it looks like, for the running backs. Atwood, very big size for a running back. I mean, he was a bowling ball last week against Maple Heights.
To be some confusion. Rutledge in motion. Give this to Atwood, and Atwood will get 2 or 3 and bring up a 3rd and about 3.
This should set up a nice rollout for Zach Haas. Lots of options on that waggle.
So next week we'll be with you with a very unusual Saturday evening game here from Spartan Stadium as Cardinal Mooney comes to Boardman.
Was originally supposed to be an away game at YSU on Friday night. Conflicts at YSU caused the game to be Saturday night.
Pitch out to Rutledge, and he's got a lot of room down the sidelines. He'll get inside the Painesville territory, inside the 40. They're going to spot it at the 38-yard line. It'll be first down, Boardman.
I had a unique opportunity to talk to Marcus Rutledge during the week. He was so excited about the season so far. He's had a phenomenal start to it. And, arguably the smallest guy out there with the biggest heart. Good to see him get some positive yardage and move the sticks.
Also roll out. Keep it himself. And get out of bounds on the other side of the field after a gain of 5.
Goes for 3 yards, puts on down by number 5.
3 yards.
It looked like he had a little bit longer than that. I guess he stepped out a
Yeah,
little too soon.
sure did. Well, that's a long way over there, and these eyes are not what they used to be.
No outside coverage. Atwood, man, he's a load to bring down.
Nice push by the Boardman offensive line there.
And
Third and
third,
short for
third
Boardman.
and short. I mean, you can open up the playbook on this play here. I mean, you're obviously going to go for it if you don't get it on 4th down. Atwood, jeez.
And he'll have the first down to the 26-yard line.
Atwood reminds me of Craig Ironhead Hayward, the New
I
Orleans
remember him,
Saints.
yeah.
Just a big load, big bowling ball.
I think he played college at Pitt. Is that correct?
You know,
I think
I'd
so.
have to do the research on
Getting
that.
the thumbs up from the stats guys from Riverside.
I should know that. My daughter goes to Pitt.
Well,
so,
that's why I thought you'd know that.
yeah. I didn't know Jim Trafficant was a quarterback for them too.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little uniqueness with the pitch outs. Ryan Smith with a really nice run on the edge there, just to throw them off guard.
Move the chains again for the Spartans once again into the red zone for the second time tonight. First down, Boardman at the 12-yard line.
Looks like Riverside's going to call timeout.
And we'll take it with them and be back with you after this from Greenwood Chevrolet. First and 10, Boardman at the 12-yard line. And they'll keep it inside. Short gain on first down.
Looks like Boardman's going to go with the 2 tight end set with Whippo and Naraki. Naraki's back after a sprained ankle from 2 weeks ago. Oh, he's got Butto open.
Russell now keep it, and he'll be dragged down on the far side of the field. Maybe got a yard.
Yeah, it's one of those decisions he probably should have made sooner on the run. He allowed the defender to come up on him. And he also had Butto open early.
Third down and 8 from the 9-yard line. Spartans with their second offensive drive here as we tick under a minute left in the first quarter.
It's amazing how quick this quarter went.
Very fast.
3 possessions.
Russell pitch it out. Some running room there. Down near the goal line. Takes out the official on the far side.
No, it's marked down at the 1. It is going to be enough for a first and goal, though.
First and goal at the 1-yard line. The PA getting ahead of themselves, signal announcing a touchdown.
And if I'm Boardman, I'm going to put some more beef on that line and give him a heavy dose of Atwood.
Yeah, Ryan Smith with that run. It'll be first and goal Boardman at the 1-yard line. And I'll be surprised if they do anything other than give it right to Vince Atwood. And they do that, and Atwood will pound into the end zone for a Spartan touchdown. 24 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1, and Boardman is on the board 6-0. Boy, that was a nice drive. Started out at the 41-yard line, so 59-yard drive, a little bit in the air, mostly on the ground.
Yeah.
And Coach Dota's got to be happy with the way Boardman has moved the ball here in the first quarter.
I mean, they're playing really hard. They're mixing things up. I mean, they're getting the edge quick offensively, and obviously they see some pretty stout linebackers for Riverside on that interior and need to neutralize that. Salinas' kick is good.
So the freshman Oswaldo Salinas puts the extra point on the board. 7-0 Boardman. We're going to take a quick break and be back for the kickoff after this. Okay, welcome back to Spartan Stadium here. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Boardman up 7-0 on Riverside. Costa Severco will handle the kicking duties here on the kickoff for Boardman. Donovan Conwell will field it at the 5. He's got some running room out to the 30, and he'll be dragged down at the 35-yard line. So good field position to start this second drive for Painesville.
Yeah, nice return. Boardman forced that 3 and out. Their one and only time on defense in the first quarter. Well, I should take that back. There's 10 seconds to go in the first quarter, so technically it'll be their second possession.
Give is to Kendall McCaleb, and he's got running room out to the 47-yard line, enough for a first down.
Caleb did a nice job there getting to the edge and squaring his shoulders to the line of scrimmage and getting uphill.
And that will do it for quarter number 1. You're watching high school football on YSN, your sports network. We're back for quarter number 2. Give is to McCaleb. And a host of Spartans will meet him after a gain of about 4.
Wow, pretty favorable spot there. Didn't look like he made it that far, but
Riverside into Spartan territory for the first time. McCaleb will be the ball carrier again.
great pursuit by the linebackers for no gain.
No gain. It'll be 3rd and a long 6.
Frankie Butto. Trips out to the short side. See if the defense can get a rush.
Spartans look like they're going to bring some pressure here. And
Delay a
we're
game?
going to have a delay a game. So that'll back them up 5.
I'd assume they're probably calling the same play. Just put trips out to the right this time.
Delay game penalty back up Riverside, bringing up 3rd and 10 for the Beavers. Spartan fans, it's 3rd down. Make some noise.
3rd and 10.
It's going to be a screen.
And Spartan defense all
just
over that. He'll actually lose
Butto
yardage.
again. 2 plays in a row.
Big play for the Spartans, brought down by number 9, Frank Butto, number 5, Victor Margio.
Pretty sure Butto. Is Frank Butto a freshman or a sophomore? Number 9.
Is a sophomore.
He's a sophomore. Okay. Can't keep all the Buttos straight.
There's a lot of Buttos. Marcus Rutledge sets up at the 15-yard line to receive the punt from Riverside.
Now, last time he had to let that punt bounce, see if he can run underneath one. Really good knuckleball punt.
And Rutledge will take it with a fair
Fair
catch
catch.
at the 20-yard line.
It's respectable.
Fair catch will set up Spartans 1st and 10 from
So, Donnie, what were some of the other matchups around the area tonight?
Tonight, actually, got to give a shout out to my McDonald Blue Devils. They're hosting Champions Night. My 94 state team, state runner-up team, is getting honored tonight, as well as a few other state championship teams from the 60s and 70s. So McDonald's playing Jackson Milton. We got Canfield and Cheney tonight.
Is that down at Rain or out at Canfield?
It's down at Rain. Down at Rain.
Okay.
With that turf field down at Rain. It's pretty cool.
Rutledge, the ball carrier, he'll squirt through the hole and get up near the 30-yard line, brought down at the 29, so nice gain, setting up a 2nd and 1.
Yeah, he hit that hole hard. You got to hit the holes hard with the swing tee.
Yeah, the one thing about Rutledge, for what he lacks in size, he makes up for in quickness and shiftiness, and he does hit the hole very hard.
I mean, 2 weeks ago, he went head-on with the safety, put the safety on his keister and trotted into the end zone for a nice touchdown. I mean, he still lowers the boom, gets lower than anybody, so it works to his – that's a face mask.
And no flag.
What?
Sure looked like it, but no flag on the play. He'll lose a couple of yards. He'll bring up 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4, unnatural rollout situation for Haas. See what they do here. I'd assume they would do that quick pitch out. That's worked really good for them.
Yeah, it's worked every time they've done it tonight. Haas will roll.
He's got a receiver open.
Across the middle, pass is complete.
Naraki with a nice concentration on that catch.
Yeah, he had a defender all over him, but that'll move the chains.
You see Naraki trotting off. He's still not 100% with that ankle either. Empty set.
First down, Boardman.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's under center.
Rutledge with a short gain.
Yeah, he was patiently waiting for his block. And again, with Boardman switching their running backs every other series, it keeps, especially the guys, the big boys like Smith Jr. and Atwood, fresh for the defensive side of the ball.
Haas will look to throw. Got a receiver over the middle. Pass is complete to C.J. Rice.
C.J. Rice, I don't think he realized that ball was coming to him that quick. He was a little hesitant on grabbing it.
No, I think you're right.
One thing about, Zach Clossey's been patient all year. They haven't really thrown the ball, had to throw the ball all that much this year. And, that obviously he's a really good passer. And one thing that you'll ask him, he's a very humble kid, is he'll tell you, hey, we're winning. We just do whatever it takes to win.
Rutledge, the ball carrier. Gets down to the 41-yard line. Seventh play of the drive coming up. Started back at the 21-yard line. Midway through quarter number 2 here in Boardman. And short gain. Tonight is senior night here in Boardman. And those of you wondering, yes, it is very early, but if you look at the schedule, Boardman finishes out with 3 straight road games. So a little bit earlier than senior night.
Yeah.
Usually I remember these senior nights, it's cold and windy. And
windy, rainy.
not that we're experiencing that, but
Yeah, the only other home game that was originally on the schedule was homecoming. So they didn't want to do senior night and homecoming on the same night. that homecoming is going to be against the Warren Harding Raiders, who are off to a really great start for the season. Butto with a nice run.
Yep, he'll have enough for the first down.
Keep moving the sticks and the clock.
Brought down by number 10, Wes Wonderly. That 5-yard gain picks up another Spartan first down.
First down, Boardman at the 34-yard line.
You know, Butto, just a junior. It's nice to get to know some of these kids. I mean, he's been one of the frequent guys coming on Sunday mornings for basketball. Obviously not during football season, but in the summer, just to learn more about their personalities has been pretty unique and pretty fun.
Also keep it. And he'll get inside the 30 down near the 26-yard line. It'll set up a 3rd and short.
It's a nice decision there by Haas. Probably didn't like the fact that he got rolled up on that tackle, but that was great pursuit by the defensive front for Riverside.
And bumps into his own man.
Yeah, a little bit of a weird exchange on that handoff there.
Ryan Smith, the ball carrier. 10th play on the drive coming up. It's a 3rd and a long 3.
Obvious 4-down territory.
In a first half that has absolutely flown by.
Yeah.
Also roll.
It's got a great, just mistimed the throw.
Yeah, once again, number 16, Colin Boris, was in a position to break that play up. He's done a nice job in the defensive backfield for Riverside there.
That's one of those plays, if you're the receiver, the very next thing you do is you run that same route, but then you give him a hitch and go, kind of draw that defender up and get behind him.
4th and 3. Straight back. And
what a
Haas's
catch.
pass complete to Marcus Rutledge.
Wow, what a
inside
catch
the
on that wheel
5-yard
route.
line.
I think Boardman may have gotten off with a little bit of a flinch there before the snap, too. It's unfortunate that the officials didn't see that, but great play by Rutledge. Looked like he went right underneath the defender to grab that ball.
1st and goal from the 4 for Boardman on a drive that started back at the 21-yard line.
Smith Jr. in the game now, another big running back for the Spartans. Give us the Smith.
And he'll get a couple.
It might be 3 straight plays.
As we said on the other side of the field when Boardman had it inside the 5, I'll be surprised if it's anything but that. Got about 2, down to the 2, 2nd and goal, Boardman.
Boardman taking their time with the clock. But it was wide
roll
open.
out. Now Haas will cut it back inside. And he'll get across the goal line for a touchdown, Boardman.
Wow, what a gutsy play by Haas. Found the hole, found the seam.
Yeah, once they pursued him rolling out, he cut it back. There was a lot of open space there. Got across into that maroon end zone for Boardman's 2nd touchdown this evening. Salinas' kick is up, and it is good. So with 2 minutes, 16 seconds left to play here in the first half, the score, Boardman 14, Riverside nothing. Giangelo's Restaurant and Bar on 224 in Boardman. Make it one of your pregame or postgame stops. Had Giangelo's the other day. Delicious Italian food.
I was there Wednesday night. Had the taste of Italy.
I think that was the night we got carryout from there.
There you go.
I'm going to tell you a funny story about Giangelo's here in a minute. Donovan Conwell, the return man for Painesville, he'll get it out past the 25-yard line. So Lynn and Frank Guerreri, who own Giangelo's, used to live directly across the street from us. And little Angelo, when he was going to kindergarten, got off the school bus one day. And I said, "What do you think? You going to make it to first grade?" He said, "I don't know, Mr. Mascolo. I'm not sure." Great kid. I always remember that. That's a funny story.
It's a great family, too, and they really you feel very welcome when you go to the restaurant.
Absolutely.
My favorite dish is the chicken linane over greens.
It's all good. Caleb, the ball carrier, will punch through the center of that Boardman line with a nice gain on first down as the clock ticks under 2 minutes, and I can hear the Riverside coaches in the box next to us say, we got to go, we got to go. So they do have 2 timeouts left, so they've got plenty of time, but they need to be quick. Siebert, the ball carrier, he will be thrown down outside the 40-yard line, but have enough for the first down. Clock will stop briefly as they move the chains. And we have lost our bottom scoreboard, but that's okay. Our ticker at the bottom of our screen.
Oh.
So we'll keep you apprised of the time. Pass is complete. That's to Jack Ellie. He'll get out of bounds. Clock will stop with 1:19 left to play here in the second quarter.
So far, a nice 2-minute offense by the Riverside. Seaver with a nice run down the seam.
And he will be brought down inside the 30-yard line. So let's see what they do here. They want to use one of those timeouts. The clock will stop as they move the chains. So
clock never ran. At 1:19, it never ran.
Yeah, no, it didn't. Now it's running.
Little home field advantage for the Riverside.
Ball carrier will be stacked up in the center of that line. And Riverside will use their first timeout with 1 minute to play here in the second quarter.
Timeout on the field, that is Painesville's second charge timeout of the half.
Yeah, the clock never started on that play.
Yeah, we'll see if that 6 or 7, 8 seconds makes a difference there. Sometimes it's not easy, when you're a clock operator, you're watching the game and you don't realize that your finger needs to press go.
This is true.
I've had to do it several times where I was running the clock, watching a game, doing everything. I'm like, okay, this is terrible. Can't pay me enough.
Okay, so Riverside will have it 2nd down and 7. Ball spotted at the 24-yard line. 1 minute to play here in the second quarter. They've got 1 timeout left.
Good pursuit by
pressure.
Spartans.
And Seaver will be brought down. After no gain, it'll be 3rd down and 7. Clock is running, 48 seconds to play.
Can't imagine them burning their last time out on this.
Still plenty of time, 35 seconds. Just have to be smart. Pass is complete. That's 21, Leo Diastolfo.
So big 4th down now for both Riverside offense and Boardman defense.
It'll be 4th and 2. He got out of bounds. Clock stops 28 seconds.
I'd imagine with that timeout still, you're going to have a rollout with Siebert keeping the ball. If I'm Boardman, I'm putting a spy on Siebert right now. Can't imagine this ball going up in the air. Boardman's going to call a timeout.
Yep, timeout Spartans here with 28 seconds to play in the second quarter. We'll go ahead and take it with them and be back after this from Toyota of Warren. Okay, it is 4th down Riverside. 28 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Don Muscola along with Donnie Riccatelli from Spartan Stadium on a beautiful week number 5 for high school football. Temperature in the mid-70s.
Again, I still really feel like the ball's not going to go in the air on this with 28 seconds, still plenty of time and that timeout for Riverside. So it does.
You were wrong, Donnie, and the pass is going to be intercepted.
Yeah, I probably would have been a little bit more conservative, let him roll out and get that first down. I feel like he has the legs, obviously, to get there. He got him all the way on a 25-yard scamper.
Ryan Smith with the interception for Boardman. That ends the Riverside drive.
Now, Boardman does have 2 timeouts. We'll see what they do on the first play. If not, I mean, they're going to play defense when they come out of the half anyway. So.
And Raising Canes brings you that instant replay of that Ryan Smith interception.
Ryan Smith again up for Big Dog of the Valley on YSN. YSNlive.com, Big Dogs. We have Ryan Smith and Maya Flores for volleyball, both up this week for.
Well, that will help Ryan Smith's cause. And to answer your question, we're just going to take a knee here and call it a half. So clock will run under 20 seconds. They won't snap it again. They don't have to. So we'll go into halftime with Boardman leading 14-0. And we'll be back with you for the second half of this game. Again, thanks for watching YSN. And we are back for the second half of action here from Spartan Stadium, where Boardman leads Riverside 14-0. Again, Don Muscola along with Donnie Riccatelli. The Two Dons show here. Week number 5 of high school football in Ohio. Boardman will be kicking off to Riverside. Severco with an end-over-end kick. He taking it to the 17-yard line. And with plenty of running room, squirting up through that Boardman coverage team is Reese Sass out over the 40-yard line where Painesville will start 1st and 10, although there is a penalty marker on the field.
One thing that's unusual for the Spartan kickoff coverage is they've been doing a nice job all year keeping people at bay. Tonight it seems like Riverside's been able to get some good yardage.
And the penalty is going to be marked off against Boardman. Not sure if I saw what referee Chuck Parker signaled. 15 yards.
Must have been a late
Personal
hit.
foul of some sort. And just what Riverside needed. They'll start this drive on Boardman's side of the 50-yard line at the 47. He had a nice drive to end the second quarter.
Yeah.
Ended in that interception inside the Boardman 20. Caleb the ball carrier, and he'll have a gain of 11, move the chains. And if they can get a touchdown here, we've got a whole new ball game.
Ooh, nice little stick. Nice run by
Conwell, the ball carrier.
Conwell. So Riverside benefits from that late hit penalty on the kickoff instantly in Boardman territory.
Not what you wanted to see if you're a Boardman fan, that's for sure, to start this second half. Give is to McCaleb through the middle. And he will get short gain, will set up a 3rd and short.
Riverside brought down by number 57 for the Spartans. Game of 2 brings up 4 and 5 for the Beavers. Spartan fans, make some noise.
Be 3rd and 4, just underway here in the second half. Riverside's first possession here of the second half, trailing 14-0. Boardman showing pressure. And McCaleb will squirt through the center. He's got a lot of green space in front of him, and he will rumble into the end zone. And so just like that, Riverside is on the scoreboard.
Looked like the entire time Boardman was on their heels on the defensive possession there. Definitely out of line.
So we've only played 37 seconds here in the second half, and pending the extra point to cut Boardman's lead in half. Kick is up, and it's good. So with 11 minutes, 23 seconds left to play here in quarter number 3, the score Boardman 14, Riverside 7. Well, talk about catching lightning in a bottle to start the third quarter.
It's almost like they were just an extension of their drive before the half. They just thought they were going to be on the board sooner than later.
Yeah, you just wonder what that'll do to the momentum here that Boardman had coming off that interception to end the second quarter. 2-touchdown lead into the locker room, but just like that, we're down to a 1-score game.
Yeah, and Boardman gambled a little bit on that that last place, especially defensively. Bringing the linebackers on the blitz, leaving the middle of the field wide open for that run, and he wasn't touched until the 2-yard line.
Ryan Smith and Marcus Rutledge will set up at the 10-yard line deep to receive the kickoff.
Now, if you're Boardman, how do you respond?
Exactly right.
I mean, now the momentum swung a little bit.
21 on the kick for Riverside. Back to for the Spartans, number 23, Marcus Rutledge Jr., number 11, Ryan Smith.
It's going to be offsides. Kicker just waited a little too long to get that kickoff.
Legal procedure against Riverside. I'll back him up 5, and we'll do it again. Yeah, it almost looked like he made the approach to the ball so slow, I was thinking, are we going to see an onside kick here? But kicked it to one of the up men. Maybe they don't want to see Smith or Rutledge get the ball deep, who've been
especially Rutledge. I mean, my goodness, he's been masterful on returns.
So we'll try it again from the 35.
Looks like how the ball's placed. It's going to be another little pooch kick.
He'll kick it deep. Smith will take it at the 8-yard line. Looks for his blockers, and he'll be brought down at the 34. So good field position for Boardman.
Really nice return there by Smitty. Last week, with 2 of the running backs being out, we had to call Smith Jr. and Smith. It was like a law offices of Haas, Smith, and Smith.
Haas, Smith, and Smith, right here on Market Street for all of your injury needs. I'm not sure what's... Referee Chuck Parker coming over toward the Boardman sideline. And must be some sort of clock issue. And looks like we're going to reset the clock to 11:05. Butto, the ball carrier, and knifing through to make the tackle for Riverside, number 10.
2 penalty flags on the play, though.
That's West Wonderly. That sounds like a name for a linebacker. West Wonderly.
Yeah.
Flags coming in. We'll see what the call is. Holding against Boardman. So, we wanted to see how Boardman was responding.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Holding penalty on the first play of the second half after giving up that touchdown drive is not the way you want to respond.
2 really bad penalties, too, to start the second half, both defensively and offensively.
So, 1st and 20 for Boardman. Haas will look to throw. Looking for his receiver deep down the center of the
What a
field.
catch by
Coming
Butto.
down
My
with it
goodness.
is Vince Butto.
Wow. Tell you what.
35-yard pass completion from Zach Haas to Vince Butto all the way into Painesville territory at the 42-yard line.
Spartan Nation has to be so excited that Vince Butto's back this week after being out for precautionary reasons with that concussion 2 weeks ago.
Good coverage there by the Beavers, and Butto just came down
He's
with
making some big-time plays.
Rutledge, the ball carrier. Squirts back across the field.
Oh, he's going to be gone. You're not catching him, folks.
And that is Marcus Rutledge. 42-yard touchdown run on the third play of that drive.
What a cutback. This kid is so smart with how shifty he is. He sees the field so well.
He followed those blockers. The defense pursued to that side, and then once he cut it back, Speed took over.
Speed took over. He's on that 4x1 team for a reason.
3 plays, 66-yard touchdown drive, the final 42 in the hands of Marcus Rutledge. Salinas on to attempt the extra point.
One of my wife's favorite students, Marcus Rutledge.
Salinas' extra point is good out of the hole to Zach Haas. So with 10 minutes, 22 seconds left to play here in quarter number 3, and we'll get the replay.
14 points in less than 2 minutes, Don.
It's an offensive explosion. Again, the replay brought to you by Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's on 224 here in Boardman, your place for chicken fingers.
Wow, he just turned on the Jets.
And that answers how Boardman was going to respond to that Riverside touchdown.
Just one thing, especially this year with the 26 seniors, plus 2 junior running backs in Ryan Smith and Vincent Butto, that you just don't know. They're so unpredictable offensively with the personnel they're going to put out there, and they're so versatile.
Costa Severco played a nice game in the soccer game last night in a 2-0 loss to Howland right here at Spartan Stadium.
Howland, a perennial power.
And that was a game that was very much in doubt until it was late. Howland held a 1-0 lead since late in the first half, and then that second goal came with just a couple minutes to play. So the Spartans accorded themselves well against the Tigers, who, as you say, perennial state